Basically, wiping your Android phone takes like a total of maybe 10 or 20 seconds. Because if you do what I just told you to do in the previous video, if you're watching the previous video, you hold the power button and the volume up button. I'm pretty sure it's the same on the majority of Android phones. You turn the phone off and then you hold the power button and the volume up button until the phone turns on like it normally does, but you continue to hold these buttons down until the recovery menu pops up, and then you can use the volume up and down button to scroll through the menus and use the power button to select whatever option you want to select. So if you want to wipe the phone that way, if like you're hacking your phone and you're screwing around with it and you end up bricking your phone for whatever reason, you can just wipe it that way. Just do a hard reset and then go into the recovery menu and wipe the phone and just basically start over, because in most cases that might be your only option. Unless you just want to get a whole new phone. I mean, this is your next option. Yeah, this phone officially does not work. It's trashed. So I'm going to recycle it. I just got done wiping it. I'm just waiting around all day for the damn thing to turn on. And I'm just going to turn it off again. This is probably the shittiest phone ever. Yeah, just put it in my pile, my junk pile of stuff I'm gonna recycle. So glad I didn't pay a lot for it because it is defective. Crappy phone. Still got my iPhone 12 Pro right here. iPhone 12 Pro. Yep. The iPhone has always been my favorite phone. I have so many memories with iPhone. I think like that's really the only reason, other than the camera and the fact that the iPhone has always had the fastest phone processor. Like the iPhone has always been the fastest iPhone. They've had the fastest phone processor for years. The processor on the iPhone has always been like nearly twice as fast as most Android phones, if not actually twice as fast. That's what I like about it. That's why I always use the iPhone to play all my high quality games and have high frame rates, and I've always used it for the cameras. The iPhone undoubtedly has some of the best cameras of any phone. Like, it's definitely the best for recording video. Like, hands down, it's got the best quality video of any phone. As far as picture quality goes, it's definitely still up there. I mean, I think some other phones like the Galaxy S20, Galaxy Note 20, the Galaxy S21, the Google Pixel phones, those are all really good for taking pictures too. I think those are all definitely on the top list, but the iPhone is still definitely on the top list of overall just best camera. It's definitely on par with all the competition, but like I said, as far as video quality is concerned, hands down the iPhone has the best video quality of any phone. Even the camera that I'm using right now, this camera is really good. You can even record 8K video, which is ridiculous. Why would you want to do that? I'm guessing it's just another way to like future-proof the phone a little bit more, because sooner or later 8K TVs are going to start becoming more common, because 4K TVs right now is the standard. You can get a like a 40-inch, 45-inch 4K smart TV for like $300. I'm talking about name brand too, like Samsung, for example. I mean, all my TVs I have are Samsung. Like 95% of the TVs I've had are Samsung. I don't know why. I've just stuck with Samsung TVs. Like the TV that's right over there right now, that's like I think it's like around 4 or 5 years old already. I think it's like a 45 or a 46 inch. It's only a 1080p, unfortunately. It's still a good TV though. It's not a smart TV either. It's just a basic 1080p TV, but it's Samsung. But yeah, even with this camera has really good picture quality, really good night quality, a really good picture taking at night. Can take because it has a night mode obviously too, so it takes really good pictures at night, like pretty similar to my iPhone 12 Pro that I have. And the video quality on this is really good too. The focusing is really quick, really smooth. The image stabilization is really good. But I still can't help but say that the iPhone 12 Pro that I have it's still better. It's still a little bit better. Even with the Galaxy S21 that's been out for like a couple months already, I'm pretty sure that still uses the same camera, like the same camera hardware that the S20 has. It's the same sensors. I think it's just with the faster processor, it's able to focus better and better image processing and better AI and whatnot. So it's basically just using last year's hardware with modern software to better optimize like stabilization and better quality pictures and all that crap. But it's using older sensors. I'm not saying that the camera on this thing is bad. It's really good. It's just I was tempted to get the Galaxy S21, but they really downgraded the S21. Like at this point, like sure they're cheaper. You can get the S21 Ultra for practically the same price as the standard S20 was when that first came out. But the problem with that is I don't want a gigantic phone, and the only way that I'd be able to upgrade from the S20 that I have now to the S21 and have it actually feel like an upgrade, not a downgrade, is if I get the S21 Ultra. And I don't want a massive phone. The whole reason why I got the S20 and not the S20 Ultra is because it's too damn big. Giggity. It's just too big. This was the smallest one they had, and it's still a 6.2 inch screen. But this is the smallest one. Like, that's the smallest you can get, is a 6.2 inch screen. I don't want a damn tablet in my pocket. Give me a break. So I got this one for that reason alone. It's the smallest one. But if I got the standard S20 one, which is the same size as this, it's the smallest one, it would be a downgrade in every aspect. Literally the only improvement over the S21 over the S20 is the processor. That's it. It has less RAM. It has a downgraded display. It's only a 1080p screen. This one is a 2K screen. It has less RAM. It only has 8 gigs of RAM, which is still plenty, but still, like, it has less RAM. 8 gigs of RAM. My S20 has 12 gigs of RAM. Why would you... They clearly were not thinking, like, why would they put 12 gigs of RAM in the S20 if they're planning on downgrading the RAM with the S21? Like, when you release a new phone, it's supposed to feel like you're getting an upgrade, not a downgrade. Like, if anything, keep the same 12 gigs of RAM. Why would you downgrade something on the next flagship phone? Why would you do... I just don't understand. Downgraded display, less RAM, plastic body. The back is plastic. It's not glass anymore. It's stupid, and it's using the same damn camera that this one has, so the cameras are not improved at all. Like literally, like everything is a downgrade. The only thing that has improved is the processor, and it's like, is it really worth it? Like, basically throwing away my perfectly good phone that's flagship level phone to get the new flagship phone, the S21, that feels like it's closer to a mid-tier phone. Just because, like, when I think of a phone that has a plastic back, I think of budget phones, mid-range phones. I don't think of a top-tier phone. And the standard S21 it still has a premium price tag. It's $800. So that's why I was tempted to get it at first, but now I'm just like, no, I'm gonna set it out. I'm gonna sit this one out. I've decided at this point I'm gonna take a break. I used to be getting all of the latest phones. Every time there'd be the latest version of my phone that would be out, I would always get it. I've been doing this with the iPhone. I've had every iPhone that's been out since the iPhone 8. Basically, I had the iPhone 6s, and then I got the iPhone 8 because at the time iOS was being buggy and the iPhone X was new, and I was kind of skeptical about it. It didn't seem appealing at the time, and I didn't like the notch. Fun fact, several years later I still don't like the damn notch. But eventually I ended up just saying fuck it, and I traded in my iPhone 8 and got an iPhone X. And then after that I had the iPhone XS Max, and the Max version is just way too bulky, it's way too heavy. So, but I ended up keeping that for a good amount of time. But then when the iPhone 11 came out, I just got the standard iPhone 11 Pro. I didn't get the Max because it's way too big and heavy. I think my hands just started feeling kind of achy and uncomfortable after a while when I was holding it. I didn't have that problem with the standard iPhone X. So yeah, the XS Max, the 11 Pro Max, the 12 Pro Max, the Max iPhone is just too damn heavy. I don't like it. I love having the giant screen, but it's not comfortable to hold for long amounts of time. Like, I'm always playing a lot of games on this thing. I'm always on the toilet, like web browsing and looking at dumbass pictures. Like I'm always playing games and watching videos and like web browsing and stuff like this. I'm holding this phone for long amounts of time. And the standard iPhone 12 that I have right now, it's the perfect size. It's not too heavy, it's not too big, it's just right. So I never get tired holding this thing. When I had the Max, my hands would always get tired after like 10 minutes of holding it. It's annoying. So that's why I'm not getting the Max. I still got a bigger screen for my 11 Pro anyway, because when I had the 11 Pro, I had a 5.8 inch screen, and when I got the 12 Pro, now I have a 6.1 inch screen, so either way I got a slightly bigger screen anyway. So, yeah. But that's why I've decided that for the time being, because at least as far as Android phones are concerned, at least as far as like Android phones right now, they've been kind of disappointing. Because like, I don't know, there's no other Android phone that's appealing to get. Like if I'm gonna pay a premium price for an Android phone, the only ones that come to mind that seem like really like they're worth getting is the Galaxy Note, the Galaxy S phones, or the Google Pixel phones. Those are the only three phones that really sound appealing, and I've heard that they're not going to be making the Galaxy Note phones anymore, so that's out of the question. So basically, the only Android phones that I'm really going to get at this point is either the Samsung Galaxy S phones, Samsung Galaxy S phone, or the Google Pixel phone. And the problem with the Google Pixel phone is that they don't even have the greatest hardware. They don't even have like the latest and greatest hardware. Like, they may have the latest hardware, but it's not the greatest. It's not even a true flagship phone. Well, why am I going to pay a premium price tag for something that doesn't have like the absolute greatest flagship specs? Like the Pixel 5, for example, I think it has 8 gigs of RAM. I don't remember if it has 6 or 8. I think it has 8. But it doesn't have the top tier processor. Like, I want to have the top tier processor so I can have the latest camera technology. Why the hell is my throat itchy? Yeah, the reason why I've been hesitant with the Pixel phones is because of I better not have the Rona. Anyway, like, the budget Pixel phone sounds appealing because of the price, but it's like, I want the flagship Pixel phone. Oh. But they don't even have the top tier. They don't even have the top tier processor. That's why I ended up getting the Galaxy S20, because it has the top tier processor and it has a lot more RAM. Like, it has the absolute like best of everything that you can put into it. Like, the Galaxy S phones typically always had all of the latest and greatest stuff. They never cheaped out on features or hardware. They always put like the greatest that was currently out into their phone.